Joe, you back in the building. And as we always do about this time, you got another one, The Light, featuring DJ Amorphous, man. How it feel?
Man, this one, I know we always say that. It's like when you see your athletes and they be like, yo, this championship mean more. This mean more. The last thing I was thinking was 20. I really retired off the last album.
That's what you told us.
They kept FaceTiming me and they was like looking depressed in the studio because I wasn't here. And then he finally said, yo, I got this joint, B. And we was on vacation. I heard it. I was like, oh my God, we gotta get to work. And the rest is history. It feels amazing, just amazing.
I feel like we can't even just call you Joe no more. We got to call you Joeprah, because that's the trademark you putting down on the people. Like, what's going on with that? Did she try to press you about stealing her name? Because I think you done took over her lane, and we don't even think about Oprah no more.
Nah, I think really stole her lane, like really. Nah, man. I mean, Oprah ain't never bothered me like that. You know, it's just, you know, I do the show I do for the people, man, to cheer the people up. A lot of people passing away in the COVID. A lot of people going through some things and financial problems. So I come on my IG and try to cheer them up and talk about everything they got to do with hip hop, family, health, politics, you name it. But you know, it's almost therapy for me to do it. I love to do it.
Yo, the bootleg of your show is so strong too, because even when you go on YouTube, especially there's a guy named Prophet Muscle. He does a great job of taking like a screenshot of you looking like you're yelling at somebody, and put another picture that always looks like you're battling out. And yo, he be getting crazy views, but yo, the interviews be lit.
Thank you, my brother, man. But it's crazy, like YouTube. I was ignoring social media for so many years. And, you know, now that I'm stuck at home, I learned what YouTube is. So I'm on my TV watching some characters on YouTube, man. This is crazy. Sammy the Bull got a podcast on YouTube.
Really?
I can't take it. Like, YouTube is out of control. But you know, anybody, you know what I'm saying, who pays attention to the show or vibes with the show, you know, it's an honor for me, man. You know, we just, like I said earlier, we just trying to get people up, vibe with the people. And I've been having a great time. I don't miss it. I don't take a day off.
Yeah, you don't. I'm looking up every other day. I'm like, he had it again. And my question is, how are you able to have these such candid conversations? They're very fearless, but they're not demeaning or proud. It's like people want to divulge their inner secrets to you and stories with you. And what do you think that comes from?
It comes from the friction, man. It comes from me. See, L'Oreal knows she come on my show. I ain't trying to drag her, say dirt or nothing like that, so that people feel safe. You know what I mean? And
That's
so
right.
when they feel safe, know that I ain't trying to drag them. They say, yo, let me give Joe something. Let me give him a little something. Nobody know. Let me give him a little something and turn up, because it's so much easier. Like the other day I had Lee Daniels on the show, right? It was so easy. It was waving at me. Jussie Smollett.
Of course.
Tap dancing behind him like, yo. But you know, my whole show is about no controversy, love, delight, which he just finished a movie called United States versus Billie Holiday, which is insane. Movie of the year.
I want to see that.
But it was just there, low-hanging fruit, but I wouldn't do it. So it's actually harder to be positive than to just go for the negative viral moment, the headline. So you got to get more creative and bring something out of somebody in a positive light.
And the crazy thing is, you still always get these viral moments. And one thing that, like, I know about you, because you're my homeboy, now you got the best stories. And I feel like that's why people feel like, let me come and talk to Joe, because I got to top these stories. You have so many great stories. And one thing that I did see that you're doing, and I was a little confused. I'm like, hold on now. Are you about to start getting naked for OnlyFans? Because I heard you about to start an OnlyFans. I seen Trey Songz doing it. Now, are you about to bear off?
You would subscribe to that. You would really subscribe to that.
I'm going to tune in. You know, I'm going to support you no matter what.
Amber Rose told me I make $1 million if I told everybody else subscribe. I'm going naked. It's all about positivity. It's all about motivating people. We just wanted to see the new platform.
Right.
And so you never know till you go to the new. And so we try to go in there and motivate people, me and Khaled. That's all it's about for us. It ain't never been about no raunchiness, nothing like that.
So you don't got the coconut oil out and like ready to.
They got
No silhouette challenge or nothing.
Nah, you want to get me thrown out my house and think, fuck the OnlyFans, man. I want to be home.
Yo, I feel that. And speaking of home, some people are sticking in the crib and some people are outside. Which one are you, Joe? Because I mean, I see you on the IG, but are you outside?
Yeah, but you don't see me on that. Nah, I'm inside. Like legend. I just took my mother this morning to get the second vaccine. I've been home. I've been turning down shows, all Super Bowl, all that. I might be doing some private shows outdoor if that's available. But right now, I don't feel comfortable. And plus, I also don't feel comfortable. I don't want to jam myself up. I just don't feel comfortable with people watching me and they thinking, yo, I could just come out. Corona ain't real.
Right.
You know, being in the indoor spot. My fellow artists got to make a living. Certain places is open. I ain't mad at them. You know what I'm saying? But for me right now, I'm not ready to do that.
You mentioned the vaccine. Did you take the shot or you said your parents?
Oh, but I'm going to take the shot. 1,000,000%. I'm taking the shot.
Yeah, I think I am too.
And so is every other rich white person I talk to. So us black and better take that shot.
That's right.
Take it.
Like you brown people better get away from the 5G network, from the they bring up
go.
never heard of in your life. Like they better get off that and take that vaccine so that they can live another day.
Now, Joe, how do you continuously get these hits? Like, there's people that can't get one song. You could come back and be like, I'm gonna retire, and then you wake up and you got another hit. Like, how does this work? I mean, I know, but I want to know.
Someone who's in the room, who, according to him, he saves my life all the time, is Trey. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have hits and I wouldn't be successful.
Yo, it's always good to know who the team is, because sometimes people will get hot and they forget the chemistry that made them hot.
That's
and they'll
right.
try to do something else and they fall flat.
Oh, we got a unique story with this song right here. So Dre was watching DJ Office, the Young Boy, mash up these two songs. And Dre was like, yo, I was in the Bahamas on vacation. He was like, yo, I gotta send you something. So he sent me a clip. The kid is going crazy. I'm like, oh my God, that's the hottest shit I ever heard. And then Dre said, yo, I'm gonna go to the studio and make the beat. I'm gonna do it over. Let's do it. So we went in there and we cooked it up, me, Dre, and Khaled. And the last record we sat down in the studio together and really cooked up was Lean Back. Right? So we was in there and we nailed it. And then we called a kid up. We didn't even know him. We called him up and said, yo, look, you inspired me and I'm going to make you a part of the song and feature you, bring you down for the video, pay you, give you publishing, everything. You down with it. You influence. And so that's so when you talk about people won't let nobody know who cook it up, that's not us. We reach out because it's karma, man. It's karma. People took advantage of me coming into the game. We'll never do that to nobody.
Yo, Fat Joe, that record is so seamless. I thought Rihanna was really on the record. And I was like, yo, this nigga Fat Joe's unstoppable. He has records with AG and Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? In the same career. So you can't be stopped. Was that?
Yo, she's really on the record.
Really? You know, because me and L'Oreal was going back and forth, and he's like, no, they took the acapella from Gets It Better.
The record, and she really gave us permission, and those are like real vocals. Those ain't from a record or nothing like
that's
that.
What's up
that's
then.
fire. Yeah.
Dope. So I was right. Okay.
Yeah, because I thought
sound like a sound.
Right, because I know she has a record where she's saying that, but I didn't know she like relayed it. So that's fire.
I went into that zone. We went. Yeah, we went into that zone. We
Oh, y'all got her up in the studio. I know that's right.
Oh, now we're gonna do it. Am I talking too much?
Hey,
I'm talking Oh, yeah. Nah. Those is vocals.
Okay, now Joey, to get the vocals, you know, you got to wear like Fenty for men. You know, are you a part of a campaign? Like, what's the trade?
They got the robes now for
I'm
OnlyFans.
gonna tell you, right? I met Rihanna once in my life, and she just went crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. She went crazy. It was like, oh my God, Fat Joe. Oh, I wish I had a camera for that moment right there. Oh, she said, what would life be without Fat Joe? Oh my God. First time I ever met her, I couldn't believe it. Everybody was looking like, what? I was like, yo, I didn't know. And so when we reached out to her and we said, yo, we want to clear these vocals, she said, tell Joe he deserves it and I love him.
Wow.
And that was that.
That's fire.
How did your kids respond to it, Joe? Like the fact that you mentioned Lean Back and then now this song here, it's like, yo, I know your kids are like, yo, my old man is unstoppable with this. Like, I know their demeanor. How did they feel?
Tired. She don't want to hear none of this. Like my daughter, like, yo, my man, stop already. Like, you gotta stop.
No.
Number one, baby. We number one. Like, come on, man. Stop playing, man. Come on, man. Come home, sit your ass on that couch and don't go nowhere.
What about Ryan? Because, you know, speaking of your kids, you know, Ryan do music and all that stuff. So what's going on with him and his music career right now?
Oh, he's chilling. Like, you know what I mean? Ryan, like, you know, he did that little TV show and he just fell back. He's chilling, working out, stuff like that. But, you know, Ryan just been real low key. You know what I'm saying? Feel like quiet. You know what I'm saying? So whatever my kids, you know, Fat Joe, I'm about my kids. I'm about my family. I'm about my kids. I'm going to always support my kids no matter what. You know, my oldest son, Joey, is autistic. His mom gave him up for adoption. I raised him his whole life. We don't play that shit. There's no man in my family. So, you know, it's whatever my kids want to do. I mean, I want to enhance whatever their dreams are.
Yo, Joey, I'm about my kids too. I gotta get mine from the bus stop in a second. But before I go, Joe, I gotta ask you because No, I got all my kids with me. But, you know, I do got to ask, though, like the whole culture comes to you and you be having these great versus debates. And unless I missed it, one conversation I never heard is, who does Fat Joe go up against in a versus battle? Because you got sneaky hits. You know what I mean?
The recent, not sneaky hits, I fuck anybody.
No, he got hits. Let's go. Heavy hitters.
People will sleep on how many records, you know, that he could pull out of the stash.
I got my versus speech from when I sit down with, I might come earlier than Keisha Cole, but when I sit on the chair, I'm going to say, listen, y'all went and got the biggest guy, because they got to get the biggest guy in the world for me. Y'all went and got the biggest guy in the world who sold 30, 40, 50 million records, and you got me. But let me tell you something tonight. He gonna learn, and you gonna learn too.
In my head, the conversation is you and LL.
Really? I think 50 Cent.
And I know LL's your idol. But you got as many records as L.
I think 50 Cent.
In LL, they want to go against LL, but he's my idol. I can't. He's the reason I rap. And I think the ideal battle was Fat Joe 50 Cent.
Me too. Let's go. You know what? Speaking of the verses, I'm gonna just you know, get in right here. Sorry, Crack. But what about because they was talking about Biggie and Pox and all that. Would you ever consider doing pun?
A pun battle? I mean, but I you know, I ain't never think about that. I didn't even want to answer that one. That's tough. I mean, pun one of the most lyrical artists ever in the history of the game. So, I mean, he'd go up against whoever. But that got to be like that real. That's like that RZA Primo.
Right.
Pun was just lyrically just,
super.
You know, 2 or 3 mainstream hits. But for the most part, his shit is chop your head off rap. You know, so we got to think of the right battle for him.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to that 50 Cent Fat Joe battle. I know that you probably got a date already. You could tell us, you know, your secret's safe.
Hey, why you trying to put stuff in my mouth, man? Idea battle. I think the guys in the trap I think the girls, I think everybody be like, oh, wow, we got a Verzuz 50 Cent Fat Joe. Oh, I'm tuning into that joint.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna
You
be
know,
crazy.
that'll be the ideal one. LL Cool J, let me tell you, he's my idol. I wouldn't even feel right. You know what I'm saying? I would die LL Cool J. I rap because of him.
Right. Who you think he could go against, though, Joe?
Huh?
Who you think he can go against?
LL?
Yeah, LL.
You know, LL wants Jay-Z or Drake. That's who
Really?
LL, yeah.
Wow. LL versus Jay-Z and Drake?
That's who LL Cool J allegedly wants. Jay-Z or Drake.
I can see Jay-Z before Drake. I mean, I want them to at least be in the same class, you know?
Yeah, and then we get into that, like, yo, we came out different eras and stuff like that. So, you know, I don't know what to tell you. You asked me, okay, because I don't want to start brand new beef for 50 Cent.
I can see it right now.
TV shows, I want to be on there. With no stuff. But you asked me, what would be the versus battle that I think everybody will tune into if Fat Joe do it? It'll be Fat Joe and 50 Cent.
I think that's perfect. So you got any more acting roles coming up, Joe? Because you know we love to see you in the movies and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't been, you know, COVID, I've just been home. I'm not going big show. Off of IG, trapping off of IG.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Off iPhone. I'm selling dope. Up for Yo, I've been trapping off the iPhone, and it's been pretty lucrative too. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I call that virtual realty. It's like we own property.
Right.
You want your sanitizer up on the wall? We'll put it up. Let's get that bread. But nah, I haven't been doing no acting. I'm making a soundtrack for the Big Show, and that's what the first single is about.
Okay.
The light, and then it's all fun. It's like quarantine music. You pretty much like if you went to a D Nice show or you know you watching D Nice and we just gonna have a great time and everybody, and you're gonna be like, damn, Joe touched this, he touched that, but it's gonna be a great vibe.
That's fire.
Awesome,
so we want
man.
you got a question, Billy, before we get into this record?
Hey, bro, I'm just glad to just constantly see and feel this good energy, man. I watch all of the content that you put out, bro. And one thing that comes through all the time is your sense of humor and your fearlessness to be vulnerable with people. You put yourself in very vulnerable positions and you open up. And I'm just wondering, like, where did you first feel that connection to just be vulnerable to so many people and give so much of yourself?
I've been like this. L'Oreal knows me, you know, she knows me, seeing I always pretty much been like this. But, you know, when I came up in hip hop, it was about your privacy. I never even took pictures with Biggie and Pac, and I knew them. And it's like, you know, it was whack to take pictures. But now it's like, you know, now I feel like I'm an OG and I got to just be real transparent with the people. And I think there's people watching me, you know, on my show. I can tell you there's billionaires watching the show with a B. Billionaires watching my show, and the brokest cats on earth watching my show at the same time. I can confirm. And so I like to leave as much gems as possible so that somebody who's trying to figure it out, maybe they'll pick up on that and they'll become successful, or they'll help them get to the next phase or level of their life. And that's when you see me be vulnerable, that's what I'm trying to do. To somebody who's been bullied before, somebody who fell down, somebody who got locked up at the prime of their life, somebody I try to give them everything to help them move forward. So basically, I did it so that you don't do it.
That's right. And you definitely, you know how to relate to anybody, and you could definitely put a smile on anybody's face. Who's a guest, because you've had pretty much everybody, who's a guest that you haven't been able to reach out to that you may want to put out there that you want them on the show?
Man, who we reached out to keep fronting on us, man? Legend. I don't know. Who 2 Chainz, the only person ever fronted on Fat Joe.
Really?
2 Chainz, and he's consistent with it too. He consistent.
Wow. 2 Chainz, come on. We need you on
Yeah.
Joeprah.
No, we got major love for 2 Chainz. Actually,
Yeah.
it's my favorite my favorite last album that came out was 2 Chainz. And we got mad for him, but he's avoided me. I don't know why. We're friendly. You know what I'm saying? But he's avoided me. No, a couple of them slipped through the cracks. Like I gotta follow back up. Like Martin Lawrence was coming on, but I forgot. You know, like, I'm out here working. Master P. You know, I just keep. Last night we had Little Yachty, so we do it all, man. We had in the last week we had Polo G, Mulatto, Little Yachty, everybody, man. Amber Rose, you know, we keep bringing Amber Rose back on. You know, Amber Rose, Amber Rose #1 rating. You know what I'm saying?
I see why. I get that. I get that. So we're going to keep tuning in. We excited. We love the show. We love the record. And we're going to get into the record right now. So we sitting here with the legend, the man, Fat Joe. Thank you so much, Fat Joe.
Fat Joe.
We are the Morning Hustle.